God, it's been a while, isn't it? I think about what, 8 months or something like that. So I got time to chill, do a bit of gardening, ask me any questions. Civil, hopefully. They're flipping airs like flipping 90s, isn't it? I tell you what, I see a lot of retro stuff. Well, I say retro hairstyles, fashion, many things. But anyway, what have I got in store for today? Well, let's. I just want to see what it's like going live, and the wind's picked up a little bit. Hopefully, you better hear me. But I'm going to flip the camera around. Hold on, 420, of course. Hold on. So there we go. Fantastic. So, what has the skies have been like? It's been all right. It's been a bit mixed bag. Bit of raining. A bit of rain. No chems. And obviously, my wonderful time lapse is still in operation. So there we go. I'm gonna have a look to see whether or not I can actually look at the chat here. I don't know. Green screen, lightning, retouch, flip. Okay, it might come up at the bottom. All right. Anyway, doesn't matter if no one's coming in. It's all good. So yeah, like I said, it's been a fair few months since I did my last live stream. Obviously, with Cosmic Twilight, I mostly focus on like the trails in the sky, amongst other things as well. But today, I'm just gonna set the camera up and hopefully go on then. Is that gonna work? Okay, cool. Maybe we'll see. Because the thing is, what I want to do is I want to go live on YouTube to do like some ghost hunting, and I'm not too sure if the quality of the camera is going to be any good. So this is just like a bit of a tester. I have no idea how the comments come up, so I can't go live with Alien Addicts because I don't have permission. But anyway, don't matter. I'm going to do a bit of gardening. Hopefully, you'll be able to see me in all my glory. Where's my gloves? There we go. So as you can see, I've got all this pots I need to sort out. There we go. I'm not expecting a lot of people to come in because it is still. Right, this clip's really sentimental at the moment. I'm having an old man moment. There you go. There we go. There we go. All right. Okay. So yeah, I hope everyone's doing well. Whoever's watching this live, it's going to be a bit of a mixed bag. Right, and I've got my wonderful hot chocolate there. Right, let's grab a bag. Right, darling. I've got the secateurs here. So, hopefully the wind is not too dramatic, blurring out my audio, but this year has been very much a mixed bag in terms of weather. It's been, well, I'd say a hot summer, but I would say we need more rain during the summertime, I'll have to admit. But one thing I've noticed this year, it's going to be a bit like gardening talk and all that, is the compost we're using at the moment is crap because they've taken peat out of the compost. Now peat's this very high dense soil that retains the moisture in the compost. Now because of this stupid eco-friendly net zero nonsense that's been going around, they've now banned peat. So any sort of compost, you ain't going to find peat in there, which sucks. So you're forever watering your plants. Now, what did well this year was tomatoes. Every single gardener I've spoken to, or especially on the internet, said tomatoes, absolutely brilliant. In fact, I've still got some there actually, still growing. But beans, melons, even like strawberries for my ones that I bought, done pretty crap. And I'm not too sure if it's something to do with the soil. I mean, I do fertilise my... I always use liquid seaweed, organic one, to fertilise the soil every couple of weeks, especially when it comes to fruit and veg. But Yeah, this is the thing we've got to struggle with at the moment, especially gardeners who want to retain the moisture and at least put some nutrients into the actual soil itself. You need to put peat in there. So you can go to a farm if you wanted to, amongst other places you can find. But tomatoes have done well this year. Now, another thing I keep on airing is obviously, I'm just going to say the word chemtrails. Yes, we all know the word. Notoriously known for my channel. During the summer, not that lot. I didn't, only very, very small little trails, nothing too drastic, nothing that really blocks out the sun. But I've seen a lot of videos online, especially gardeners. Look at that, see, it's still got tomatoes growing, who are basically new to chemtrails, but they associate why their garden isn't performing well on the trails in the sky. But there's different types of scenarios for the chems, isn't it? And it's always been there to block out the sun, in my personal opinion. If you see my previous, I'm just to see how many people, any comments coming up? No, I can't see. Sorry guys, if your comments should come up, hopefully. I'm not too sure. Let's have a little look. Lightning. Okay, anyway. But yeah, with the trails in the sky, I haven't really seen it actually blocked out the sun. Not denying chemtrails, but can I contribute the lack of growing quality on the trails in the sky? I'm a bit reluctant to, because things with English weather, it always changes. Every season, we never had that sort of spring, summer, autumn, winter. It's always been a mixed bag, and it's never been consistent. That's one thing I've noticed. But over the past 4 years, since moving into this new place, and I get a chance to actually look up in the sky on a regular basis, I started to notice like a recurring patterns with the trails. Sometimes you get small trails, big lengthy trails. Some of them it covers the sky. And I always say to myself, okay, why are we seeing trails one day and then trails completely, there's no trails the next day after that? So those are the sort of scenarios I always think. And one can say, well, I determine a spray on and off on that specific day, or maybe it's something scientific behind it, or something to do, is something meteorological, I should say. So there's two different avenues that I've been going down, but I have seen a very recurring pattern with the trails in the sky. Not denying chemtrails, definitely not. But the ones I've seen so far haven't really blocked out the sun this year. But yeah, I'm rabble. So hello to the two people, don't worry. Hey, Mark Jeffrey. Hey, there we are. Yeah, the comments coming up. Yes, I've been using, well, you can buy liquid seaweed, but I've been using the pellets. So when I top up my pots here, I use, obviously now everything's peat-free compost. The best compost I can buy, and I get manure, fish blood and bone, and mushroom compost. I literally blend a multitude of soil, and then I'll have like heaps of it, and I'll literally put it into the pots. And I have to admit, it's done pretty good this year, but we're still battling with peat-free compost, which is a fucking nightmare. But nevertheless, it's a battleground, mate. I love gardening, but every year's a challenge. It always is. So let's see what we've got here. So this bamboo, I actually cut from a client's garden. She had tons of it, and it's thick and girthy, proper, mate. That's a proper bamboo. It's going to last a very long time. But sunflowers have done well this year, I have to admit. What I'm going to do is just, and the tomatoes, I had a beefsteak tomato. It's been absolutely incredible. And now flipping mushrooms growing. Right, well that's one out of the way. What I've got to do is empty the soil out. Hope you're doing well, Mark. And thanks for popping in chat yesterday on Alien Addict. This is my first live stream I've done on my Cosmic Twilight channel in absolute months. So normally I'm going to dedicate this to sky watching, I just want to see what the camera's like at the moment. So it's just me chilling out, 420ing. I've got my hot chocolate. I just need to do a bit of gardening, really. Mm. Thing is, I can't multitask, can't smoke and do gardening at the same time. I've got to do one thing after another. Right, darling, will you go chill out there? Mm. But it's so nice to finally see the sun come out. It's been absolutely awful. Right, strawberries. Strawberries have been a bit of a mixed bag. Well, look at that. Well, actually, I didn't have a lot of fruit, but it's given off some pretty good runners, so I'm actually going to salvage that. So what I'm going to do is empty all the pots out, because it's still pretty decent soil. And now that was a waste, Nick. That was sunflowers. It's called Kong, and I've left it outside, which is pretty dire of me, but anyway, could have saved the seeds. Oh, experimental and mental. How's it go, man? Cold and soggy here in Glastonbury. Oh, from Glastonbury. Nice one, nice one. Yeah, it's been crap weather here for the past couple of weeks. Like really bad. I mean, continuous rain. But now I get a chance to actually go in the garden and do a bit of gardening. But yeah, the pots are absolutely saturated. But I hope you're doing well, Mark, Jeffries, and experimental elemental. Sorry, I got to slow my reading down. Yeah, I hope you're both doing well. Just gonna stick this over here. Right. But I have to admit, it's been pretty good summer. It's just a lack of rain and everything. But bear in mind, I'm only seeing one small portion of the sky when I look at it. Right, what should I do with that? I'll tell you, one thing's been rampant. I don't know if you guys know what box shrubs, or yeah, they're called boxes or box shrubs. They've got this caterpillar. Well, it's actually a moth that goes into the leaves, and eventually it lays eggs, and all these caterpillars start emerging. And I've seen box shrubs after box shrubs just been eaten and eventually have to be dug out, and it is rampant. It's come from Europe for the past 3 years, I'd say. And you've got to keep spraying it with this chemical to get rid of the actual caterpillar itself. It's such a shame, because obviously I'm a gardener by trade. That's what I do for a living. And I had a number of clients had these huge, like 15-year-old box shrubs. They're all like the big, like puffy cloud sort of shaped. And actually, I'll show some photographs one on Alien Addict, and all of them just been eaten, and it's just a nightmare. So yeah, I think everyone has to change from box shrubs to like yew shrubs or something like that. Something that's pretty much evergreen. But yeah, I tell you what, I've been doing a lot of, well, when we get skies like this, a lot of sky watching recently. It's been a learning curve, but I think a lot of what I'm seeing in the sky is most likely satellites. Hence, if you watch Alien Addict, oh, chat's going. Yeah, it's a bit windy. It's windy here as well. Clouds starting to move, but the wind's definitely picking up. Oh, you got experimental. You got huskies. Oh God, my nan had a Jack Russell, and it continuously dig up the garden. So I understand your pain. In that sort of case, you might have to have like a low maintenance garden. You know, when you put like slate down and a lot of membrane. I think of my clients have done that. Avoid putting bark down because bark attracts the cats and they tends to shit on your garden if you've got a lot of bark about. With my runner beans, I'll show you what they look like in a minute. I mean, compared to the greenery on my tomatoes, my runner beans of the second year in a row has absolutely dire. And I think the heat don't like it. It makes them become quite brittle and quite hard as well. And there's nothing worse than having a hard runner bean with your roast dinner. It just completely puts it off. That's pretty good for like strawberries, isn't it? That's runners. It's not bad. I'll save that. Save that actually. Stick that in there. Stick some water. But yeah, tomatoes, fantastic. I made some incredible tomato soup. Oh, I've got a bit of room. I've got for that. Have I got any? So I'm looking for a broom. Hold on. Found one. Right. Yeah, it's like with my cat. I know he shits in the garden, but yeah, he doesn't dig up the garden. I know the fox does because we've got foxes, badgers, hedgehogs, squirrels, got a load of birds. I live in quite a well, I'm not going to dox where I live, but I live in a nice little village, so it's nice, it's calm, quiet, and it's like full of nature as well. So I'm quite lucky, really, to be honest. But yeah, the foxes always come. I always put my scraps of food, no matter what it is, pasta. I don't like putting meat in the bin. It tends to smell, especially like chicken after a while. Well, after a couple of days it starts to smell, but I stick it outside, it'll be gone. And I know the fox has it, so. But no, they're beautiful foxes. I've got some like videos or photographs. My Cosmic Twilight, I think. Ah, strawberries. It's pretty good. Oh, I'll save them for next year. Stick them over there. Ugh. Right, what else have we got? What else have we got? That's called Utic Red. I'm not too sure what that is. My reading's really bad. Oh right, and experimental. I have seen the. In fact, I tell you what. If you go to my other channel called Alien Addict, I did a live stream yesterday, and at one point I was showing my time lapse video, which I filmed. I've got a video camera here. Well, it's like a GoPro camera, and it films the sky 24/7. And I do nighttime shots as well. And I've caught the Starlink satellite flying right over. And yeah, it's quite striking, isn't it? I got fooled first of all. I was like, what the hell is that? And so I did a bit of a Google. It turns out it's a satellite, but it's quite intriguing. In fact, if you go to, on this channel, I think I uploaded it, or it might be Alien Addict, you will see the ISS that actually flew over, and it looks like a big orb. And I got fooled, but I managed to actually track it, and it actually turned out to be the ISS. But it's all a bit of fun, isn't it, really? But yeah, the Starlink satellite's I always see it occasionally anyway. Might see it tonight. Right, well, I'm going to salvage that. bloody, I tell you what, I'm going to save a lot of stuff actually. Look at that mint. Mint's done all right. What is that? Make a bit of tea with that. Right, there you go. So this pot right here was, I think it's over 100 years old. Because before the place was built, there was an old manor, and I think this was actually left over from the previous people. I'm just going to chuck out some petunias there. Done pretty well this year. My God, the mushrooms are growing like unbelievable. Yeah, with Starlink also as well. They, like you said, experimental. They're all in a line, one after another. But sometimes they do separate, like apparently a mile apart. And I've caught them in different stages, and even I was fooled at some points. But yeah, it's a learning curve with sky watching. I love it, but like I said on Alien Addict yesterday, there's going to be some points where you go. I always try to track what I'm actually seeing. So if I see a ball of light, I'm like, okay, let's get the satellite tracker out and have a little look to see whether or not it's a satellite, ISS. I know what ISS looks like, and I've got everything saved, so I can actually track the skies quite easily now. But in some cases, I've seen balls of light that change directions, and that's something unconventional that I know of, to be honest. And I know it's a bit of a Chris Bloodsoe moment, but yeah, I'm starting to get really into it, and I think maybe with this channel, as well as Alien Addict, is focus more on sky watching, because that is where you're going to find footage. Really, any good UFO footage is looking up in the sky. We're all stuck on our phones looking for the footage where we should be looking up ourselves, and that's what I really want to do. And I really enjoy it. I know it can be a bit boring for a lot of people, but man, I like being on my own, to be honest with you. I don't really socialise that much, but how many times do you actually have grey sky? Well, it's always bloody grey skies in England, but an opportunity today, like it has been in the past couple of days, I'll just make the most of it, really. But yeah, it's good fun. It's good fun, but expect disappointments at some point. Right, got that. But I have to admit, there are some weird things. I mean, I quite like sky watching like now, because if I do see anything in the sky, if you can actually see the sunlight shining off it, which helps illuminate the object. Begonias. Oh, begonias, hold on. Oh my God, is that begonias? No, it's not. Oh my God, my name's Begonias. I think that's Begonias. I think I'm going to get rid of that anyway. So yeah, it's all a learning curve, but I just have fun with it. God, it's gone right through the bottom. It's all right. Fantastic. Always save the bamboo. Yeah, there's some really weird stuff, I have to admit. Like the ones that change direction, and this is like, I know people bash Chris Bloodsoe, but he's the one that shows like balls of light. Some of them are aircraft, but some of them like actually change direction, and those are the ones that I really need to focus on. And I do see them. It's just, it takes patience. What is that? Oof. Yeah, it takes patience, man. But did I like that one? Yeah, suit and seeds are pretty good. Heart-shaped tomatoes. I had 20 different tomato plants this year, and the best ones was really sweet ones. I'm going to try and go organic, but tumbling tomato, those ones, beautiful. That's how really sweet, and I made the best tomato soup. I made batches of it this year. But with the soil, what I'm going to do, put it in the wheelbarrow, and I'm just going to distribute it on the big beds. But the thing is, I need to check for vine weevil. Because like I said, well, with the peat-free compost, it's... Oh, look at that! I've got a verbena growing out of that. That's nice. I'll keep you, mate. That's nice. So yeah, if you're going to put your soil on the bed, make sure there's no vine weevil in it. I'll show you what it looks like. Might be able to find one in the pot. But yeah, have fun with sky watching. I mean, I went to the camera shop today and I said, look, I want a nighttime vision camera. Film the skies at night. That literally illuminates the whole sky. But link it to the PC and hopefully I can put it up on StreamYard, therefore stream it live on YouTube. It's going to come at a price, which is obviously this sort of technology does, but that's the next step I quite like to do. And then next I'll get like a 4K camcorder, one I can actually use for streaming, and then stream during the day if I've got like an hour window of opportunity for me to do. I just need the technology, and it's never cheap. So that is next step. Because I'm getting enjoyment out of it, and I'm just finding up-to-date ufology is just a lot of drama and theatre, and I just find it exhausting, to be honest with you. Right, I'm going to keep E, lovely, and I'm going to put you there in the pot. Yeah, it's pretty cool to see the space station flying over. Some people say it's fake. I don't know how true that is. Right, let's have a look. I've got on here. I have to use this thing whether or not we've got any vine weevil. You'll have to dig right down because they like fleshy roots. Oh, what was that one? So the people that have been following my Cosmic Twilight channel, you're probably wondering why have I not done any live streams. Well, obviously I've moved on to Alien Addict, which I go live every Friday talking about UFOs and aliens and to the paranormal. But this time I want to focus more on this channel as well and move away from chems in the sky to more of a sky watching approach. So, but anyway, I thought I had a bit of time to kill. Testing out the live stream for YouTube. Seems to be alright, isn't it? Cool, cool. Oh, you're an 80s kid, Mark. Yeah. It's my favourite time period, to be honest with you. I like collecting magazines from that time period, especially with ufology and anything like paranormal and stuff like that. But man, can you not just wish for like a time machine to go back to that time period? I was saying to my friends earlier, saying, God, when the 90s. I mean, I was saying I'm a 90s kid, but 80s as well was just that freedom, a simpler time, I want to say. And I think I just caught the tail end of it before it all went to shit. Just after 9/11, isn't it? I think, if I remember correctly. I was saying yesterday, oh, I've got my chocolate here. I was saying yesterday, just briefly on Alien Addict, that how nostalgia is used as a very powerful tool for, well, for Disney, for obviously making profit as a marketing ploy. Because nostalgic, I understand that for people that obviously don't know, nostalgic is that feeling of the past, something that makes you feel warm, good memories from when you're a kid. Basically, that's what nostalgia is. And it's only till recently I just noticed something that, oh, actually, no, Disney have been using that, amongst other companies as well, using nostalgia as a marketing ploy. And I look at where Star Wars is now. I know if you're not interested in Star Wars, which is understandable because it has gone down massive hill. But when the new sequel came out, Disney rided that nostalgic trip for what it's worth. And even I got suckled into it. You know, I saw Star Wars when it first came out. This is the new ones that came out that turned out to be terribly bad. I mean, I saw that 12 o'clock in the morning when it first came out. I was a hardcore Star Wars fan. Not anymore, sad to say. But they played on the nostalgic strings so much. And now looking back at those movies, it's like South Park have got it right. Member berries. It's like, remember this, remember that, and it's like a member berries sort of moment. And I notice now when I see like old adverts from the 90s and 80s, and it's pretty much what you're saying here, Jeff, is we had good TV back in the days. Like I remember when I was a kid, like Saturday nights, you had, like I can remember, okay, it was Live and Kicking, right? Then you had Catchphrase, Bruce's Price is Right, The Generation Game, Noel's House Party. It was literally, or Play Your Cards Right, something like that, all in one day, in one Saturday. It was, I remember everyone was just glued to their TV screens on that Saturday night. It didn't really have that anymore. Obviously, everything's changed in terms of technology. But it was that nostalgic feeling of me being a kid watching Catchphrase, and even when I see like old adverts now on YouTube that pop up on my algorithm and go, oh yeah, that's reminds me of a very happy time. You know, Michael and Wise on a Saturday night. Yeah, this is it. But I think now they're kind of using the nostalgic aspect to use it for marketing, or I don't know. It depends on like the demographic, isn't it? When you look at it. But if I can have a time machine, I would go back. Oh, I would 100%. But it's very, very powerful tool. I mean, I'm a 90s kid, so I was brought up with PlayStation, X-Files. And if you're a 90s kid, you understand it was very sort of a special time for being a kid, because we'll come from that Atari sort of stage from the 80s, and when it hit the 90s, you had Nintendo 64, PlayStation, even like the Sega Master System as well. That it was like a technological leap from that point, and it was very child demographic. Probably with the 80s as well, I would imagine. I mean, like the Atari, like Space Raiders and stuff like that, the arcades. But now it's being played. I mean, especially when it's like the PlayStation, for instance, the PlayStation 1, they now have made a small little console and it chucks a load of crappy games on it, and they're actually selling it as a product. It's again, that is one marketing ploy with games, and the same with movies as well. I mean, they're bringing out old movies now in the cinemas. The missus ones, I mean, I said, look, Hocus Pocus, the one that came out in the 90s, is in the cinemas. I was like, oh, it's like, we not normally see that, you know. I think Psycho's playing. But yeah, they start to bring out like the old stuff, and it's like the good stuff from back in the day. Again, it's nostalgic, you know. That makes sense? Anything I said just makes sense. Oh dear. Right, what have we got here? Right, that's my old geranium. It's a scent geranium. It smells like, believe it or not. So this is a scented, well, it smells like nutmeg. Yes. It smells like nutmeg apparently. And mustard. It's very, very nice. I'm actually going to keep it. I'm going to stick it in the greenhouse actually. tell you what we can do. Let's bring the camera out. Let's have a look what I can do. Pop you out. Alright, fantastic. Right. So, what I've got here, excuse my 90s hairstyle, I have to stick with it for the time being. This was given to me by one of my clients. Oh, let's turn the camera out. Hold on, I'll flip it around. There we go. This is a peach Saturn. Alright. And this one is a nectarine tree. It's actually from UFO peach and nectarine collection. I'm not making it up, you can say it there. Which is quite interesting. I had one fruit off it, but it's all finished now. And a client actually gave that to me, which is quite nice. I don't want to give too much of my location away, but anyway. But yeah, to go figure, it's my garden. Yep, time-lapse video. So if you go to Investigate with Nick, you can see all my time-lapse videos from every single day of me filming the beautiful sky. Oh, look at that, it's getting clear. Beautiful. Oh, that's so nice to see. The lilies, done pretty well this year. Look at my sunflowers, isn't it terrible? They're like, man, I'm struggling for life right now. Yeah, I could have saved the seeds, but I left it for the birds. I think they've been having a little bit of a munch on there. And what have we got here? That's all the raspberries. So these raspberries are over for the year. Done pretty well. One thing that hasn't done well is the irises. Second year in a row, and the phlox as well. I'm gonna have to dig them up. That was from my last previous flat. Now, a run of beans is this. Now, compared to my tomatoes, that looked pretty green as I took them out. The run of beans this year, absolutely, look, that is what you're getting. That, okay? That stringiness is, and the shells are gone very hard and brittle. Now, this ain't doing any justice because it's been there for a fair few months, but this is literally what it was like that. And you'll have that in between your teeth when you're having your roast dinner. And it happened within a month or so of my harvest, and I just thought, sod it, I'm going to leave it. And I didn't pick any beans, and that's been growing for about a few months. See, that's not too bad. It's a little bit fleshy, but this is the second year in a row where it's done this. Absolutely frustrating, and I'm like, should I save the seeds on this one? Could do, I'm not sure. But if it's a crappy quality bean in the first place, why am I going to save the seeds? Let's get a new batch. So yeah, that's one thing that's a real nuisance. They suck the moisture out of the ground, that's one thing. But yeah, that's my... Go on, darling, come and say hello. Come on. Because you come on Alien Addict sometimes, people don't see you. Come on, say hello. So this is Lucifer, my cat. Come say hello, darling. There we go. Oh, look, I've got tomato crap all over me. There's tomato, not bird shit. Oh, for Christ's sake. I'm just like you, darling, aren't I? Comes in with his dirty paws, so I'll be like... Oh, it's a cat anyway, I expect. But yeah, it's all looking pretty nice at the moment. Angel trumpets, very toxic plant. It's a hallucinogenic. I haven't smoked the bloody thing, don't want to, but that's been really pretty good this year. And we got a load of ladybugs. See the ladybugs there? I've got my dahlias. Oh, hold on. Oh, wait a minute. There we go. There we go. Got my beautiful dahlias. Actually, the quality looks pretty good on the screen. Hopefully it comes up alright. There we go. That is something I need to sort out. And I've got a load of verbena, which the bees love. But it's just all just been neglected, which I need to cut back. Can we zoom in? Oh, we can. Alright, okay. Alright, sweet. Okay, right. Back to my ugly face. Right, I might just go live for another like 10 minutes or actually no, tell you what I might do. I might just end the stream now. It was just a little tester just to see what the live stream actually is, and I'm pretty sure my coherent rambling isn't that great to listen to. I'm so negative of myself, I know. But anyway, I'll just probably do more of these anyway. But I appreciate Experimental Elemental. Thank you so much for being in chat, and Mark Jeffries, much appreciated. And yeah, a lot of ladybugs this year, especially where I live, absolute heathens of them. But it's been a pleasure as always. I'll do more live streams. It's quite nice just to have the phone out. We're not using StreamYard. And yeah, I think I'm planning to do. I think me and the missus are going to Snuff Mills. I know it sounds horrible, but it's an actual haunted location that's not too far from me. So I might go live probably tomorrow or something like that. But yeah, in due course, we'll see. But thank you so much for being in chat. And yeah, please like and subscribe and have a lovely weekend. And I've got to press a button here. I have no idea what to do. Okay, right. All right, guys. Hold on. How do I end the stream? I used to live in Snuff Mills. All right. Well, apparently it's haunted. And that's where I'm going to be doing a live stream at. Or maybe like Arnis Fell Cemetery. We'll see. But anyway, guys, I'm going to end the stream now somehow. And I'll speak to you soon. All right? Have a good weekend.